Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Business Every Day. We are back in the shop again, and today I get to introduce to you something pretty special. About 2 months ago, a friend of mine, we began to have these discussions about what he does with 3D printing and what I have been doing with the CNC and how we could mesh those together. I pitched him an idea for a marker mount for the X-Carve CNC. He then 3D modeled and then printed me a device that I will get to be sharing with you today, and I am pretty stoked about how this is going to go. Here it is. It is a two-part device, one that will be mounted to the X-Carve itself, and two that will actually have the place for the marker. They slide together, and it is a gravity feed so that the marker can actually move up and down with the change in paper thickness or change in how the material is laying on the flat surface. This is Mach 1. There will probably be Mach 2, Mach 3, and so on and so forth until we get this perfectly refined. But he and I are going to be selling this product so that people like myself who are hobbyists, who are starting businesses, who want to take their X-Carve to a different level, who want to expand upon their creativity, they have another tool in their arsenal in which they can explore. I'm pretty stoked to show you what this thing is capable of in its preliminary stages and the things that you can do with your X-Carve that maybe you hadn't thought of yet. So let's jump right on into the machine and see what we can come up with. The first thing that needs to happen is we need to remove the dust boot rail on the left side of the router. So we're going to do that by just loosening the nut here. Now you can go up or down. If you go down, you're going to hit the wasteboard. So let's go up. I am also going to go ahead and remove any bit that I have in the machine. The first step is going to be mounting the bracket to the X-Carve on the side. These are M4 screw holes. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, on his design, he has made it with 3 different holes to zip tie on the actual pen. Now, this pen is a little short, but we're going to have to actually extend this bracket down a little bit to make it best fit. But for now, what we're going to do is take the rail, and you're going to stick it on top of the bracket, and that is how it will be mounted. This thing can freely move up and down so it won't get stuck, and it's going to be awesome. So I wanted to show you real quick my cut settings. So this is the Business Everyday logo, and what I have set it to is to use a 1/16 bit. I have found that that does the best because the tip of the pen seems to be about a 1/16 of an inch. The actual cut settings that I'm using is a 130 by 15 by 0.2 depth per pass, and I make sure that it's on vertical. Now, here's something that I found very important, was I want everything to be done in a single pass, or at least as much as possible in a single pass. So what you do is you set your actual cut of the letters, you set that cut to 0.2 or shallower. And that way it will do a single pass instead of multiple passes, because I don't want that ink to bleed through all the way. And then when you hit simulate, what you can see is that the cut will actually only hit it just once. Look at that! That is so cool. I am pretty stoked on how that all turned out. Here's the close-up on it. And it did pretty darn good. The line is straight. So looking at the lines, I can't tell if this is because it's wobbly on the device or if it's just because that's the way it came out in the design. But I think it looks pretty cool. How cool is that? There you have it. What a fun result. I am absolutely stoked about how this thing turned out, how it mounts to the machine. My friend was amazing to be able to prototype this device all from some measurements and some pictures that I was able to send to him. As he grows his skill set and his business is actually published, I will certainly be adding that to the description below, so be keeping an eye out for that. But until then, I hope you guys keep carving, keep safe, and I will catch you next time.